just nobody, not even her.
Hey guys, it's Izzy. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with Murphy, trying to get him to cooperate so you guys can see him. Today's video I want to talk about how my family accidentally ended up getting Murphy from a puppy mill. Not proud of it, and I want to tell you guys a story because I think it'd be really helpful to show the importance of rescuing and not supporting just breeders in general, because you never know when it's a puppy mill, and how to spot the red flags and what to do if you're in that situation. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do with this video today.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Ow. As I was doing some research, I just got even madder, and I'm gonna try to control my emotions. Okay, so here's how it went. So we got him 4 years ago on Memorial Weekend. So the week before, or a few days before, that we actually went out to get him, my mom emailed the lady, because the pictures were online and stuff. It was a breeder. It looked normal. I mean, we had friends who had gotten from the breeder before, and it seemed fine. So we thought it was okay. The woman's name is Janelle. Janelle sent photos of Murphy back, and basically she sent a contract, and the thing is, with this contract, it made it seem like she cared. You don't see like, oh, that's like something, a contract. They actually care. Like, they don't care. They probably don't care. But there's a clause that said every 6 months the buyer must send a picture of the dog for 2 years. That was never enforced. We didn't even know about that. Like, we didn't do that. She didn't care. She never checked up on him. She didn't care, you know? It's so easy to just lie about that stuff. Signed the contract, paid half up front, and half when we got to South Dakota. But instead of going to her home and breeder, wherever she does her thing at our house, she told us that she'd make it easier for us, and it would save 2 hours round trip if we met at this location, which would be closer. That is a big red flag. Never meet a breeder somewhere that is not at their house. Never. Even if they do that, even if it's going to save you time, they're just doing that so you don't see their puppy mill. They don't want you to see it. And the red flag was she didn't know there's a time zone change, which to me seems that's just so sus. When we got the documents for the birth, there was some blacked out ink, and it had a different date written across. It was me and my mom who went to drive there. I didn't get any weird vibes from her particularly. She told us about how whenever she was doing yard work, Murphy ran and hit his head on her shovel when she was doing yard work. Thinking about this now, just like, I saw the photos, he was not in your yard with you while you did yard work. Stop acting like you're a little small, good person, like, sorry. And then, so he was really excited. He was playing with our shoelaces and sticks, and it was really cute, and he just seemed like a happy little puppy. We got him in the car, and he was very timid when we actually got him in the car. He was kind of scared, but I mean, that's kind of normal for puppies when you first get them, at least from my experience with my last dog, which is kind of not the same because he was like, I don't know, I don't want to get into that. I remember the ride home being okay. He's really cute, really cute, like freaking adorable.
Say hi, Murphy. Murphy, say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Murphy. Say hi, Murphy. Murphy, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
So we got home and everything seemed fine at first. She had previously told my mom that she was getting surgery, so she wouldn't be able to be very interactive, so she wouldn't really be able to communicate that much and check in as much, which that is a really big concern, because if you're a normal, like a good breeder, you check in with the family, you ask for pictures, you make sure that it's a good fit, and you genuinely care about the dog. So we genuinely think she made up this backstory about having a surgery, and that's why she never responded to any emails. My mom emailed her and asked her how her surgery went, and asked for a clarification of the date of birth because it was blacked out and there were 3 different date of births written. Still don't know when he was born. And she probably didn't either because she didn't give a about him. I'm sorry, that's just probably what happened. And she never responded to that email, so that's also a big red flag. We got him on Tuesday or Wednesday, and this was Friday. I had an end of the school year party. I had a bunch of people over. Murphy just started explosively diarrheaing everywhere with about 15 girls at our house. He would go in one spot, he would run over, it smelled so bad. He would throw up, and then he would start just shitting again. He was very, very sick. After everything got cleaned up and he didn't stop throwing up or shitting, we took him to the vet. And he spent the night at the vet because he was so sick. And so it was probably some sort of infection or virus from the conditions and just sitting in your own feces and stuff like that. But I'm really glad he's okay, because I saw a lot of other posts after I found out about it saying that happened to their dog right after they got him and he died as a puppy. And that happened to a lot of people. I'm just really glad that Murphy is a strong little guy and he's still with us, because I would literally die without him. He's my best friend. And then everything seemed fine for the next 2 years. I was in 8th grade math class, and me and Grace started getting into a little heated debate about breeding and puppy mills and rescuing. And this is really ironic. She was saying how you should always rescue and not get it from a breeder, because you never know if they're gonna be a puppy mill. And I was like, no, that's complete BS. Like, we did so much research, like, we know, like, he was not from a puppy mill. Like it was a good breeder. Like, he would, like, hang out with her in the yard. That was so wrong. So just not true. I was really annoyed with Grace at this point. I started trying to find the website from where we got him. I couldn't find anything. I was like, oh, this is really weird. And so I came across a link to an article. Cretan woman accused of neglecting dozens of animals at a breeding facility was sentenced to death. Janelle Gibson, 46, pleaded guilty to 20 counts of animal neglect in agreement with the county state's office. She was initially charged with 37 counts of animal neglect and abuse, which is each punishable up to years. So she could have got 37 years in jail. Hearing that they found 2 puppies dead in plastic bags. Well, I started crying because I went to my mom's email and I searched the name to see if it was her, because I signed into my mom's email all the time, no password, and the emails were from Janelle Gibson, the lady that did it from the article. And at that point I just started crying, and I'm sure Grace felt bad because she didn't mean to do that. Here's a story that I've read during math class of someone else who had used Doodles to love it. When I picked up the puppy, a little girl we named Maddie. She was very small and had thrown up in her owner's travel case. Janelle, the owner, said she must have been car sick. Long story short, the puppy got sicker each hour and died within 24 hours. We had her in the vet hospital, and the vet said he suspected parvo. I called the owner, Jules to Love, and told her that she said he could not have been parvo because they didn't have any on the site. She asked that I have the vet do a specific test to ensure that it was parvo, and she said she would pay for it. We did the test, the results were positive, and I asked the vet to do whatever he could to save the puppy, but sadly, she died anyway. The vet sent her a letter stating it was parvo to her. The owner said she would not cash the last $300. She would return the down payment. She didn't, nor did she pay for the parvo test. She did not answer phone calls, emails, avoided me. I was kind and polite to her, hoping she was legitimate. She was a fraud, and I fear I was working with a puppy mill. Her address changed to Wall, South Dakota. Stay away from her at all costs. We bought a beautiful Labrador from Colorado later. He's the sweetest thing ever. If you ever want a reference on a breeder, let me know. So that was really hard for me to read during math class. And I cried. I went to my locker, I cried. My friends were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong? And I was like, I just found out that we got Murphy from a puppy mill. And then I kept crying. And I was really embarrassed, but I was really sad. So, yeah, that's how we found out. And then I went home. I told my siblings first. They were shocked. They were sad. I told my mom and my dad, and they felt really bad. We all felt really bad for supporting a puppy mill. But what angers me the most is that she got 90 days of electronic monitoring, and she only had to pay $55,000. I say only $55,000 because the harm and destruction she caused for so many animals, the pictures that I saw, if you guys want to look it up, I'll leave a link down below of some articles about it, but it just makes me so upset. She could have gotten 37 years of jail, and I wish she would have gotten 37 jails, because this is the only person that I have so much anger towards that if I saw her, like, I think I would kill her. No, I wouldn't kill her, but I would punch her. I would hit her. Is this deciding violence? So, guys, if you do notice any red flags, and if you do end up getting a dog and you notice there's some issues, please, please, please do not return the dog. Call local authorities. Contact any sort of local animal rights, local humane societies that you think could do something about it. If you are researching a breeder and you do find some sketchy stuff online, contact the local humane society in that area, the police, anything. I'm going to link some resources down below of like what you should do. The point of this video is please rescue dogs. I literally, next dogs that I will ever get, I'm going to rescue, because it makes me so sad to think of not only the dogs who were born to it, but the dogs who were being breeded together to create these little puppies and the conditions they were left in. We got really lucky with Murphy that he ended up being okay, but a lot of people didn't get lucky. Yeah, I really hope this doesn't have to happen to any of you or any more animals ever again, but I love you guys. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you want, subscribe if you want. Love you, bye.
I don't just know